Ach, ich kann den Mauscursor die Maus einfach gedrückt halten, die Taste. Ich muss nicht überklicken.
Nope.
Schade.
That was quick. I can't pick it up with my bare hands. It might bite me.
Oh. Hab ich.
Sorry, little buddy, but your crime spree is over. There's bound to be some stolen property in the borough. Well, that solves where Herman's keys went. I should hang on to these, or he'll probably think that I stole them. Gentlemen, I have captured your thief.
It's not possible.
Ah, chapeau!
Our nightmare is over.
La cuisine is now open for business, avocat.
Feel free to look around.
Take anything you need, mon ami.
Okay. Ist ja nicht so, dass ich schon alles mitgenommen hatte, aber... Kann ich das mitnehmen denn?
They have everything.
Okay, nein. Hier, probier mal den Eintopf.
I better not.
Oh.
I wonder who trained her to be such a kleptomaniac. I'd rather keep it. That doesn't work. I hope I'm right about this.
Brennt ja.
Wait, I see something. $306. What could that mean?
Ist jetzt nicht dein Ernst, oder?
It's room 306.
Aber bevor wir dahin gehen, kann ich die aufmachen?
Just hand over the keys? I don't think that would be a good idea. Hello? Looks like nobody's home.
Aber ich sollte doch dahin gehen.
It's room 306. Room 306. I'll slide the note underneath the door.
April, are you there?
Diana, what took you so long? I was starting to worry.
April, I've made contact with the informant. I'm afraid we've hit a bit of a snag. Lady Unterwald was murdered. Not only that, our informant isn't as sharp as our intelligence had me believe.
Murdered? Diana, you need to get out of there.
Not yet. You know I need to do this.
Diana, it's your first mission in the field. Please, you aren't equipped to face a killer.
I can still salvage this mission. I have to go. I'll keep you updated.
Diana, abort. Abort the mission.
Wie haben die das da eingebaut überhaupt alles? Völlig unauffällig. Aber das sind Spulen.
So, you finally made it. I was beginning to doubt your abilities.
You didn't make it easy. Were you talking to someone in here?
No, and that's none of your concern.
Well, what can you tell me?
You're right. A proper introduction is in order. Diana Osterhagen, Inland Revenue Secret Service. I'm a field operative, working under the British government.
The Inland Revenue has a Secret Service branch? I've never heard of them.
That's the point, Arthur. We've suspected the Unterwald estate has been concealing financial crimes for some time, but we weren't able to pin them down. There was always an obstruction. Someone with their thumb on the scale.
Not just a thumb, but maybe a hand.
We had nothing to go on. Not until an informant made contact with the promise of information.
And you think I'm that informant?
The informant would be wearing a blue suit with a red rosette. Are you suggesting that doesn't match your description?
The suit? Of course! Lady Unterwald must have orchestrated this whole thing!
What's that?
Nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
So,
Ist nicht
what have you
tot.
got? Do you have evidence of financial misconduct?
This isn't about Lady Unterwald's murder?
Lady Unterwald's death was unexpected. However, I have to stay on mission.
Did you know the treasurer was cooking the books? I found Bergman's ledger hidden in a drawer.
Is that so? Let me have a look. If Bergman was really falsifying these records, this could be exactly the evidence we've been looking for. Maybe I heard you wrong, Arthur. You're sharper than you look.
Ja, ich steuere ihn ja.
Thank you?
Leave this with me.
I have evidence the treasurer was being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? By whom?
A mobster by the name of Donnie Donato.
Interesting. Let's give it a listen.
That's enough, Tony. Not only are you drawing attention to yourself, you're about to bankrupt the damn company.
I didn't tell you to fritter away her fortune bet by bet.
Lady Unterwald is dead. Don't you think they're going to start digging for a motive? I've hidden the accounts in her quarters for now, but it's only a matter of time before someone starts snooping.
I'll bet the old bat took one look at the numbers in that ledger of yours and the shock killed her.
We'll need to confirm the authenticity of the recording, but this is strong evidence. Leave this with me.
I found a hidden safe in Lady Unterwald's quarters.
A hidden safe? What was inside?
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to open it.
We should find a way to open it. It could contain evidence. Good work, Arthur. I knew this wouldn't be a wasted trip. See if you can find out any more information.
Whoa.
I'll continue to monitor the situation from here.
Okay. Ich frage mich trotzdem, wie sie es eingebaut hat hier. So, kann ich die? Ich brauche eine Spule.
What are these for?
They're blank reels for the wire recorder.
Mind if I take one?
Sure. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Sehr gut. Damit haben wir jetzt das Recording-Device.
Hey, it fits.
Und damit können wir gleich die Stimme vom Telefon aufnehmen. So, was haben wir denn hier?
Does this wire recorder have playback functionality?
It does indeed. Please don't touch that, Arthur. It's sensitive equipment. Please don't.
Okay.
It's
I don't understand any of this, but it looks expensive.
Ja, Finanzamt.
What does this panel do?
That's classified, I'm afraid. My lips are sealed.
Aha! You don't know, do you?
That's not relevant.
Ah, sie weiß es nicht.
It's a confusing mix of knobs and dials.
Maybe to you, Arthur.
These low-hanging wires are a trip hazard, you know.
So I'd be careful if I was you.
Okay. Und guck mal. Ach nee, die sind doch nicht weg.
I now have a voice recording of Lady Unterwald.
So muss das. Hier ändert sich auch nichts.
Let's see if the lock responds to Lady Unterwald's voice recording.
Thank you for calling the Royce Express onboard service. This call may be recorded for training purposes.
It worked! I think that did it.
Stand back, Arthur. What is all this paperwork?
This is one of Lady Unterwald's wills, all right.
Another will?
Wait, there's another one. And another. Oh, dear. There are hundreds of wills here. Every alteration Lady Unterwald ever made. These could go back years.
Okay.
Somebody would have to go through all this paperwork to check.
My goodness.
Finally, some bureaucracy.
Einige Zeit später, aber er ist nicht das letzte. Nur das vorletzte. Wenn dann.
62,015? 62,016?
So, did you find what you were looking for?
Not exactly. I'll still need to locate the lost will, but I should be able to compare it against these revisions. How's the espionage going? The safe didn't contain any financial records, if that's why you're here.
No, that's not the reason I came. Listen, I recorded a suspicious phone call shortly after the death of Lady Unterwald.
What kind of phone call?
Here, you can play it on your recorder.
Please, I just need more time. We had an agreement, Herman. I don't want to have to call off our deal. It's not my fault.
You'll just have to figure it out. We believe in you.
I have to go. It's not safe here.
That's Herman. He sounded terrified. Do you think he's wrapped up in Lady Unterwald's death?
I can't say for sure, but I think it's time we found out.
Doch nicht.
Herman?
Das ist der Zettel.
Herman's belongings are still here. It doesn't look like he fled. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a clue.
Oh, ich wette, dass das Ding weiter wegfliegt.
Aha! I've got you this time!
Bitte.
No, don't you dare! It's Lady Unterwald's will. It must have traveled down the carriages. It's so close, but just out of reach. The cane would give me the reach, but I'll still need something to hook on to.
Bitte lass das funktionieren. Habe ich schon mal erwähnt, dass das wunderbar animiert ist.
All right, here goes nothing. I got it!
Well done, Arthur.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello? Is that you, Detective?
Hey, you're not Herman. What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just,
We could ask you the same question.
We were looking for the detective. Wait, What's that you're holding?
Oh, this is just a piece of paper. All very inconsequential.
You found the missing will. We can do the reading now, Mr. Ackerman.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We should get started right away.
There's still a lot of cross-referencing we need to
Oh, we insist.
Keiner kriegt was.
Well, Arthur?
What does it say?
I'm not sure I should...
Oh, get on with it.
All right, all right. It reads as follows. I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind and legal capacity, leave my entire estate to... Arthur Ackerman.
What? You poisonous goat! You turned her against us!
We were right to distrust you. Hand over that will. Hey, that's your hearing horn.
Das hatte ich doch gar nicht mehr.
It's all starting to make sense now.
What is it, Mother?
Arthur clearly manipulated my dear sister's living will in his own favor.
No!
Then murdered her to claim the estate for himself.
It's not what it looks like. Oh dear.
Seize him!
Und so sind wir bei der Polizei gelandet. Der kuriose Fall des Herrn Liu. Stimmt, der war doch noch was, ne?
I assure you, detectives, these restraints are unnecessary.
Herman Merman, as I live and breathe. I hope you don't mind me saying, but we're big fans of your work. Isn't that right, Bailey?
Oh, I mean, yes. I could hardly contain my excitement.
We were thinking, maybe you could help us out, Herman.
Well, I'm always happy to assist a fan.
Maybe you could tell us what happened on the Royce Express.
You want to know about the Royce Express?
We wanted to give you the opportunity to set the record straight.
What do you say?
And I'd have complete immunity, right?
What would you need immunity from?
May have been some collateral damage during my endeavors.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of arrangement.
So long as you start talking. Can you tell us your earliest memory from that day, Herman?
Let me think. I believe it all began at my publisher's office. I just pitched my latest novel, you see. It was going down in absolute storm.
Thank you, Herman. What an interesting pitch.
And what a title! Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden.
And we just think it's so brave of you to come here and pitch us another crime novel.
Especially considering the current landscape.
Thank you! But what do you mean?
Well, there's no easy way to say this.
The data indicates a sharp decline in your particular brand of fiction.
We've also run into some problems with your branding deals.
Surely not the Herman Merman dolls! You assured me they'd be a hit!
I'm afraid so, Herman.
We can't even give these away.
Stop that! I don't like it! Well, what do you suggest we do?
Not to worry. We're already prototyping an exciting line of Dirk Chiselton products.
Stop that! I don't like it!
Ahem. This is just a prototype, of course.
Very much still in the early development phase.
So that's it then. I've been replaced?
No! Nobody said you're being replaced, Herman.
We're simply... how do we say this?
Exploring new avenues.
Yes, that's it.
I do feel you're making a big mistake here. Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden is a gold mine.
I'm afraid it's ultimately out of our hands, Herman. But if
Was
you
mit der
feel
Taube?
strongly about this idea, we could always petition the board.
Board?
The board.
Pitch to me, if you dare. Behold, I alone control the means of production.
Go ahead, Herman.
Just place your manuscript into the slot, and we'll give the old algorithm a spin.
Determining market value. Unappealing protagonist. Margins below threshold. Unsatisfactory target demographic. Manuscript denied.
Well,
Müssen wir es jetzt mal anpassen und testen?
We all really enjoyed your pitch, but the board doesn't seem to agree.
If you have anything else to pitch, we'd be glad to hear it, though.
Don't quit your day job.
Wait, you want me to pitch something else?
You're a valued client, Herman. Just let us know when you're ready.
Das hat doch gar nichts damit...
I'll just grab a cup of water. This board is the only thing standing between me and my next published work. I'll need to disable it somehow.
Vor allem steht das sprichwörtlich. Das Board. Sprich das Management.
I'm assuming this doubles as the out tray. There's a rejected manuscript in here already.
Schade. Wir haben ja welche, die hier drin sind.
What do we have here? They won't look at any manuscripts manually whilst that board is still active. Oh, it's weighty. Could be 70,000 words by my estimate. That doesn't work.
Okay.
How can I help, Herman?
Are you sure you can't approve of my work?
Sorry, Herman, but everything has to go through the board now. If the board doesn't give the green light, then we're out of luck. Now keep trying. I'm sure you got plenty of ideas floating around in that head of yours.
Oh, yes, I'm positively brimming with new ideas.
That's the spirit.
I have a few questions about the board.
I'd be happy to help. What do you want to know?
How does the board identify a good manuscript?
Da oben ist das Buch, ne? Das Gelbe.
The man wants to know how it all works. So, we started by feeding the board every bestseller from the past decade, building ourselves a large data set to pull from.
Mm-hmm.
Then we added our own weighting to the system, based on today's trends, our target demographic, and the current market conditions.
Uh-huh.
Using the power of machine learning and various algorithms, the board reads the manuscripts we feed it and makes a determination on the probability it'll resonate with our audience.
Oh dear, I can see your eyes are starting to glaze over. How can we really boil it down for him?
If you stick a script into the slot and pull the lever, the board decides whether we'll have a bestseller on our hands or an embarrassing flop.
All of that fallible human decision-making has been totally removed from the equation, you see. It's a much fairer system.
Ah, I see.
Mhm.
what would happen if the board stopped working?
Well, if the board were ever to go down for maintenance, we do have a failsafe in place.
What's the failsafe?
It would fall to the three of us to take on the risk of approving or denying a manuscript. An informed but ultimately human decision.
Thankfully, it's never come to that.
Actually, that's enough questions for now.
Very well.
Have you received any good pitches lately?
Nothing comes to mind. I'm afraid the board has been a little picky lately. There's the latest Chiselton, of course, but we haven't submitted that to the board yet.
Dirk Chiselton sent over a manuscript?
Oh, yes. It's likely sitting in our inbox as we speak.
It's safe to say we're all excited about that one.
Indeed. I should probably get back to formulating my pitch.
We're eager to hear it, Herman.
What's on your mind, Mr. Merman?
Jeder hat hier einen Dialog.
Tell me about this Dirk Chiselton character.
Well, Dirk is our best-selling author right now. The public can't get enough, and the board just loves him.
Our market research suggests his stories are a huge part of the appeal.
They're all true tales from his time pounding the pavement, you know?
So I've heard.
You could learn a thing or two from him, Herman. Dirk is hitting all our core demographics, and you know what they say.
What are they saying? Is it about me?
You've heard the expression, out with the old, in with the new.
I take it that I'm the old in this equation?
You've had a good run, but haven't you considered stepping aside? Perhaps it's time to let Dirk have his time in the sun. No? Trust me. You'll want to jump before you get pushed.
You're saying I'm to be pushed out?
No, nobody's saying that. But your sales haven't quite met our expectations, and you have to agree the board has taken a rather active dislike to you. It's important to remember this isn't personal, Herman. It's just business.
Well, it feels pretty personal to me. It's all right if you disliked my latest manuscript.
It doesn't matter what I think. It's the board you have to convince.
Ah, so you do like it.
I didn't say that.
Mist.
I should probably get back to formulating my pitch.
Step to it, Mr. Merman.
I see a letter opener and a mini stapler. I don't need to call anyone right now.
Hey, hands off! Talk to me, Hermie.
Are you sure you can't approve the suburban burden?
Sorry, Hermie. If the board doesn't approve, I just can't help you.
So you can't think for yourself? You go along with whatever the board decides?
It's a medical condition, okay? My doctor calls it an intuition deficiency.
You suffer from an intuition deficiency?
I'm a textbook case for chronic indecisiveness.
What are you going to do about it?
I haven't decided yet.
What's happening with the Herman merchandise?
Oh, you mean the Herman Merman merch line? Well, I have to say I love it, Hermie. Just love it.
Well, that's a relief.
No, I really do have to say I love it. It's a contractual obligation.
Okay.
I'm afraid our target demographic is finding the doll a little...
off-putting.
Unpleasant.
Repellent, yes.
Why are there so many Herman dolls in your office?
The stores couldn't ship them, so I guess they got sent back.
Luckily, we made them on the cheap, so we didn't take too large a hit.
Kann ich ja ein paar
I didn't
ausleihen.
realize you could pack a doll with that much sawdust, but we made it work.
I'm a little concerned about Dirk Chiselton.
Hermie, are you really afraid of some healthy competition?
Yeah.
There's no need to assume the worst. We may not even have to make a choice between you.
So, you wouldn't end our relationship to chase larger numbers?
Like he said, we may not even have to make a terrible but obvious choice.
I should probably get back to formulating my pitch.
We're all rooting for you, Herman.